DD-WRT, how to allow port forwarding to apply to requests originating from inside the LAN. With the original firmware of my router, I had port forwarding defined from port 80 to the server in the LAN, which I used in conjunction with an external dynamic DNS service. I've now upgraded to DD-WRT, and alas, the port forwarding only works for requests to the external IP from outside the LAN. From inside the LAN, I can only access the server by its internal IP. How can I get the external IP, and thereby the domain name connected to the dynamic external IP, to be properly accessible also from inside the LAN? I prefer to find out how to achieve it with standard DD-WRT definitions, but using, for example, optables isn't out of the question.
Seems like it's a bug in recent DD-WRT builds. Use optables. Change your subnet according to your specific LAN. From this URL.
In spirit of Ural's answer, a self-configuring optable script that can just be copy-pasted without further adaptation can be found on the DD-WRT forum. As noted by Jarrett, this has to be used as firewall script and not a startup script.
It sounds like your real problem is that you need two views of the DNS a record. Externally, your dynamic DNS points to your network public IP, which forwards port 80 to the local host. All you need to do is add an entry in NSMISC within a record pointing the same fully qualified domain name to the local host IP for your local hosts. You can do that by adding the following on the services page / additional NSMISC options. Just replace the XXs with the local IP and the domain name with your domain name. Don't forget the trailing dot, or it will append your local domain name to it.
Try disabling filter when NAT redirection in the Security and GT Firewall tab. From the help description. Filter when NAT redirection. Prevents host on LAN from using when address of router to contact servers on the LAN, which have been configured using port redirection.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.